everyone. Welcome back to Leadership Unveiled. My name is Kayla, Fahey-Ahrndt, and I'm your host. And today is the 12th day of the 12 days of leadership. We've been here together for so much time, like so many different lessons. It's been really fun recording these for you and getting back in the habit of being on the podcast and actually filming as well. So I love that I'm on YouTube. So if you're there, please don't forget to subscribe. You guys are helping me out so much. I'm up to 830 subscribers on YouTube. I'm trying to get to 1,000. It's just a personal goal I have by the end of the year here. So thank you for sharing everything and continuing to like my videos, because that helps the algorithm, push the videos out to other people. And if you're on the podcast app, if you're listening, if you've been here, if you're like an OG podcast listener, thank you so much for being here. If you're new, I appreciate you being here. Remember, if you're on Spotify, you can see this video podcast. So be sure to check it out. And also on Spotify, you can answer the little question that it asks you, like, what did you think about this podcast? I experimented with it myself and gave myself a little comment saying like, hello, and I could see it, and it says it's just private to me. So if you want to leave me a comment there, that'd be awesome. If you want to comment below on this YouTube video as well, let me know what's been your favorite day of the 12 days of leadership so far. So today, I said I was going to have an awesome announcement for you guys. Yesterday, I sort of previewed it that I am launching my Career Kickstart Course. And so today I'm going to give you all the details about it. And I thought that I would just share the behind the scenes. I'm going to screen share today and share the course like behind the scenes, the build, and just show you everything that is in it so that you know exactly what it is. So then you can decide if it's right for you, or maybe you could suggest it to somebody that you think it would be right for. So let me share my screen here. I am going to give you a few important dates. Before I do that though, let me get my notes here. So today is December 12th. So it's Monday today that you're watching this, when this video will drop. The course will open for this round of launch on Tuesday the 13th. So tomorrow, if you're watching this in real time. And it will stay open through the 20th, I should say. So through Tuesday the 20th. And then it will close. So I'm experimenting this time with my course. I'm just going to have a open window for it right in the beginning here. And then I'm going to close it because I am going to run it live. So this means you get the course. Once you purchase the course, you will have it right away. I'm going to give you all the materials right away. Some people like to drip the course out over 4 weeks, but I'm actually going to drip it. I'm just going to give it to you right away. There are 4 modules currently, and I'm working on a bonus module that I'm going to share with you tomorrow when this launches. But this is how I'm going to do it. And then how it's going to work is the course will actually start on January 3rd. So you could start working through the modules right away, but I'm going to have live support in the Facebook group. It's a community that I'm going to share with you for the entire month of January. So we're going to give you a couple days to recover from the new year, and we're going to start on January 3rd. And each week we're going to have a theme that's going to be with the module. So there's 4 modules. So there's going to be 4 weeks of themes, and then we'll end and wrap things up on February 2nd or February 3rd. So this is cool. I've never run the course like this where I have a live component, but really what's going to happen is you'll get the course material, you'll be able to absorb everything, and then you can come over to the Facebook group if you like more support. And I'm going to be talking throughout each week about each topic, and we can dive deeper, because in this course, you're going to get a few templates that you can customize that are really going to lay the foundation for you for kickstarting your career or a new role or a role refresher if you'd like. And so I want you to get all of those templates done. Like by the end of 30 days, I want you to have the templates done. I want you to have a functional system that is your foundation that you can use over and over again. It's like rinse and repeat. So course opens for registration on the 13th. It's going to close at the end of the day on the 20th. The live portion of when we're going to be talking through all the modules is starting January 3rd and goes through the beginning of February 2nd or 3rd. But you get all the course materials, all the modules right away, so you can dig in as soon as you'd like. All right, so that's enough talking about it. I'm going to share my screen. I apologize if you are on the podcast and you can't see this, but again, if you are on Spotify, go over there. Otherwise, hop over to YouTube, and I'm going to be talking, so hopefully this will give you enough descriptions. I will have the link. For everything in the show notes, so you can look at the sales page once the course opens tomorrow. All right, so I'm sharing my screen right now. I use Kartra to build this course out, so don't mind like all the behind the scenes. Actually, I think I can close this here. So you can see that the course has 4 different modules plus an introduction and a graduation and continued support module. And it has a progress bar that you will see. So every module you complete, you'll see that you've made progress. So that's really good to be motivational for you. You'll see the course logo and then my picture with different ways to contact me, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or my email address. And then you can see here in the introduction that there is a button to join our community. So that will be the Facebook group. So let me show you the Facebook group. So it's basic right now because I'm not logged in and there's nothing in there yet because we haven't started, but we've got the Career Kickstart logo. So you would be invited to this group. You'll have the link to it to join. I ask you a few questions like what email address you used when you joined this group. And I have sort of the about, which has the just the guidelines or the rules for, how to conduct ourselves and be professional in the group. So it's great. You'll be able to post on the wall of the group, ask questions, and I'll have different modules as well, like module topics as well as prompts, and I'll go live and have videos in there. So that will be really, really fun. So I'll show you the preview of what this course is actually going to look like. Kartra lets you do 3 different ways of organizing the course. Let me show you the way that I've chosen. So this is what the course will actually look like when it's live. You'll see across the top the different modules. And if you hover over each module, you'll have the different sections. So each module has a video with some text and as well as links to different documents to download. And then you'll also see I've called out the different templates separately in their own section to make it really easy for you guys. So let's just look at the introduction. So the introduction is a YouTube video here. I think I have the sound turned off, so you might not be able to hear me, but you can kind of see the format of this, the YouTube videos. For each module, I will screen share, and I have the module worksheets for you that I go over. So that's how I teach the course. You'll see key takeaways here, as well as you'll see what we're going to cover. So I go over 9 different major topics throughout the entire course. I have this new role checklist that helps you keep track of if you've covered those topics, as well as a link to the Facebook community. So that's really cool. Let's just take a look at the first module so you get a little taste of this. So here's the link to the video for the first module. Again, I give you the lesson overview, as well as PDF pages or worksheets. So let me show you what those look like. Each module has their own lesson pages or worksheets. And so you can see here's what it looks like for module 1. You've got kind of what you're going to learn, key concepts, examples of the templates, and then at the end, you'll also have your action items so you can remember what you should be doing before you complete the next module. And again, I have those action steps reiterated down here for you so you don't forget. And then you can also see I've called out the download that you should be filling out and make sure you know what your action steps are for that download. So I literally have this for each section. So the modules are define your role. So we're going to be talking about job description and the RACI matrix, get organized, your leader standard work, how to organize your work, your scope of practice, communicate clearly. I talk about stakeholders, how to communicate with your leader, how you like to be communicated with, and one-on-ones with your leader. And perform highly talks about performance appraisals, setting goals, and how to have continued learning, growth, and development. And then graduation is really congrats for completing the course, and then how to get ongoing support from me, as well as how to use the Facebook group going forward. So that's really what the course is. I kept it simple, yet very detailed, as well as paired with the Facebook group to make sure that you get the most out of things. You would be a great candidate for this course for a couple reasons. So let me go over what those are. So this course will help eliminate the guesswork and overwhelm when it comes to starting a new role, and it will help you create custom systems for organizing your work. So I think this would be a great opportunity for you if you are starting a new role or you have started a new role and you're struggling to feel like you're setting the foundation to get off on a good foot. You want to make sure that you have organized systems that help you be successful without burning out. You want to be able to have clear expectations in your role and good communication with your leader. Make sure you're really setting yourself up for success with a foundation of amazing goals that you can accomplish that gives you a worthy performance appraisal. So that's a high level. We're all busy professionals, and I think we all dream of being super organized and high performing And we want to do that without burning out. So if you've taken the leap, I'm sure you've started planning and even tried to form better habits. But we all know what happens. After a couple weeks, we can get really stressed and overwhelmed, and all of those fears of failure creep back in when our to-do list feels like it's a mile long. So if you're frustrated because maybe you've bought several planners, they work for a while, but then you fall off the wagon. Maybe you're struggling with the highs and lows of your work and you're trying to level load, but you can't figure out how to do that. You try to set boundaries with your work. Maybe your work-life balance is off and you feel like you're never doing enough, and sometimes you even feel guilty for taking time off. Maybe you're using your work calendar to prioritize tasks, but then when fires come up, you don't actually get the time to work on your actual tasks and projects, and you're like, how am I supposed to get it all done? Maybe you spend a lot of time checking your to-dos off your task list, but your list keeps growing and growing, and you wonder, like, what did I actually accomplish? Maybe your leader is really supportive, but you struggle with asking for help or finding time to escalate issues. And maybe you're even a little bit afraid of failing. So here's the thing though, you've seen other professionals hit major milestones and you're wondering, like, what am I missing? What am I doing wrong? And maybe feel like you're doing all the right things, but somehow you're just not successful. So I totally get this. If you've been here a while, you know my story, and that is I wanted to feel like I could do this job with minimal experience as a leader, and I burned myself to the ground doing validations, staying super late. I would try to get projects done, and I thought I was being a hero by helping everybody and working 12, 13, 14, 15-hour days, and I was so resentful, and I felt like, when is enough? And then I had a wake-up call where my husband's like, at the time he was my boyfriend, said, hey, like, why don't you ever come home? Don't you want to be with me? And I was like, oh my gosh, I do. And that's when I realized I don't want to prioritize work over my family. I want it all to feel like it all works well together. So of course, we go through ups and downs, and not everything is easy, but what makes it easier is when we have systems in place that when we do fall off the wagon or when we do have extra work or more projects, that we can turn to those systems like leader standard work, scope of practice, RACI document, maybe stakeholder list, and everything runs smoothly or runs better or more easily when you have a system. You turn back to that and say, okay, let me sit down with a pen and paper here and get organized. So I've seen this time and time again when I have had so much on my plate where I'm like, it's okay, I have a system. So I want to get that for you, and I want to help you set that up, and we're going to take 30 days to do it. So at the end of the 30 days, you're going to have an awesome, filled out, custom leader standard work template that's going to allow you to feel like you're successful on a day-to-day basis, a weekly basis, and a monthly basis. You're going to have a task list that might be a mile long, but you know how to prioritize it or how to communicate with your leader to figure out what is top priority. You're going to have a list of amazing contacts in your network, at work, in your professional organization that's going to help you figure out, okay, who do I need to contact when I need to get things done? How do I have warm relationships with people that I work with to build amazing rapport? You're also going to be able to have open dialogue and communication with your leader to be like, okay, what are my expectations? What am I responsible for, accountable for? When am I consulted? When am I informed? And how do I work with the other people on my team? And do they also know what their scope is and what they expect of me and what I expect of them? You're also going to be able to have a venue to be talking with your leader to say, hey, I need to escalate something. This is what's not working for me. Can you help me? And also, you're going to be able to set clear boundaries with your work where you're like, okay, when I leave, I'm home. When I'm at work, I'm on. And you don't feel bad about it. You enjoy that. It makes you feel excited to dig in the next day, and you wake up like, I can't wait to go to work. So with all of that said, you're going to have a wonderful goals that you're going to set. You're going to have an amazing performance review. You're going to be promoted, given more responsibility, and be trusted within the organization, which is awesome. So instead of burning out to an end, to have an end game to your career, you're going to be able to have a sustainable career and stay in the game. So, like I said, there's 4 modules. There's define your role, there's get organized, there's communicate clearly, there's perform highly. And as a bonus to this course, I'm going to be setting you up with your very own Leader Standard Workbook, which is my planner for successful work. And during the 30 days, we're going to customize it for you, set it up for you, and get you started. If you've already purchased one for me, I'm going to work with you to optimize that standard work and make sure that your new planner is working functionally for you. And I'm also going to make sure that you have lifetime access to all the templates in that Leader Standard work so you can print them at home, just like other people in this course will be given. So we'll have some extra bonuses for you if you've already purchased. And of course, as a thank you, I'm going to be sending out some gifts. We're going to have incentives. We're going to have badges. It's going to be fun. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to have a great time together learning from each other so we can create a bigger community around professionalism and just being on the right foot in our careers so we can stay in the game. All right, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed hearing about this. The sales page will have all the pricing on it. We will have a pay in full option with a discount for early bird if you buy during this promotional time, because I will be closing for a bit after the week is over. And we'll also have a payment plan, which will be the most flexible. But after this, when the first iteration of this course happens, the price will go up to normal pricing. So I don't want you to miss it. So that will all be in the sales page, and you'll have more time to read through all of this and ask me, like, is this really right for you? So if you're not sure, send me a comment with your email address and I'll send you an email. You can email me at kayla@kfaconsulting.org, or you can send me a message on Instagram at kfaconsulting or at Leadership Unveiled. All right, everybody, I hope that you will check this out and refer a friend. Like and subscribe to this video if you haven't already, or subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. And thank you so much for being here for the 12 Days of Leadership. All of the episodes are going to remain on the podcast platform or on the on a playlist called the 12 Days of Leadership on YouTube. Everything is linked to my website. So if you go to kfaconsulting.org and then hit podcasts on the menu, you'll see all the episodes there. And you can even search in the search bar 12 Days of Leadership if it's been a while and you want to refer back to any of the episodes. All right, everybody, take care, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.